Hey guys, this is SeetherCord here, and welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video, we're going to be talking about furry conventions, and I'm not going to say it in this video because I don't want to deal with like demonetization or anything like that and getting in trouble with YouTube, because I'm not going to say the magic word, but we are going to talk about how furry conventions are currently being affected by the worldwide pandemic situation that we're currently going through. And with that, with a big part of the furry fandom being involved with furry conventions and everything, we have to consider the fact that a lot of these furry conventions are having to currently be closed or postponed due to the fact that we have the pandemic going on right now. So I did some research. I looked at WikiFur, I looked at the history and the locations of where all of these conventions are going on. I currently looked at the countries where these conventions were from and the states of where we currently are with the pandemic for each country. And I also looked on the official social media like Facebook and Twitter for any updates or where they're currently taking their situation with whether or not to either delay or postpone or keep going fully with the conventions themselves for this whole current pandemic. So for the first furry convention we're going to look at is from Midwest Furfest, which is located in Rosemont, Illinois. And their current state of affairs when it comes to how to handle this pandemic and what they're going to do with the convention is that they are aware of the situation. But however, due to the fact that the convention is going to go on later on this year, it hopefully shouldn't impact the convention attendance for the event. So Midwest Furfest, hopefully, if this whole situation blows out of the way within due time, then maybe we won't have to worry about any postponements or delays for the said convention, but only time will really tell. But also to consider the fact that Midwest Furfest, since last year, became the #1 most attended furry convention. Originally it was Anthrocon, and then Midwest Furfest took the top spot. The fact that the #1 furry convention in the world could possibly get delayed and or canceled, that's big for this fandom. So we definitely have to really pay attention close to how Midwest Furfest handles this as well. The next convention we're going to look at is #2, originally #1, but now #2, and that is Anthrocon, which is located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anthrocon released an entire statement on the situation, and a tweet released by Uncle Kage, who's really involved with the creation and the attendance of Anthrocon, released a tweet saying, "The current ban is for 30 days. Our convention is more than 3 months away. We are continuing to monitor the situation and are receiving frequent updates from our partners in Pittsburgh." So currently right now, I would say that Anthrocon is currently in the state of just being put on delay. So hopefully if the situation can get better within the next 30 days or so, maybe there's some hope that it can continue onward. But again, we also got to consider the health of the people and everything like that. So we have to make sure to put people's health ahead of just convention attendance. So I'm not having as much faith that it'll be cleared out by then within these 30 days, but hopefully it can. The next convention we're going to look at is Biggest Little FurCon, which is located in Reno, Nevada. They released a statement saying that they're going to postpone the convention to Halloween weekend. So that's around about 6 or 7 months away from now. So hopefully this whole situation could blow over by then. More than likely, I think it will. Hopefully, again, I'm not fully 100% sure. So there is, in my personal opinion, hope that BLFC will have some light at the end of the tunnel for having them survive this whole issue. So maybe people can still attend BLFC later this year in 2020. They also said that they are going to be able to transfer everyone who purchased a hotel room for the convention to be transferred for when they do it this Halloween weekend. And they're also offering refunds as well for people who no longer want to attend this event. The next convention we're going to look at is Furry Weekend Atlanta, also known as FWA, which is located in Atlanta, Georgia. They made a big statement by being the biggest convention to announce that they are full on going to cancel the event. Even with having 5,600 people attending last year, they're just like, yeah, we're full on canceling the event. So that's huge. And I would say that FWA can definitely be a more hot spot for risk of people getting infected because of the fact that Atlanta, Georgia is a really big city when it comes to international travel and everything like that. That's a really big mid-flight area also. So it makes sense with a lot of cases popping up there. So it could definitely be a definite hazard and a very dangerous hotspot for people getting sick. So it definitely makes sense, and I definitely support FWA canceling the event full on. The next convention we are going to look at actually survived this whole apocalypse of conventions getting canceled or postponed, and that is Furry Fiesta, located in Dallas, Texas. The reason that they survived this was because they just recently had their convention happen right before this whole situation started. And I will say that I am glad that people got to enjoy the convention just before issues came up, but I feel that it still might have been a little too risky for people to go to this convention when the whole situation was just about to start getting bad. So hopefully no one who attended this convention got sick or infected other people. So if I was in the position to keep this convention going or not, I probably would have canceled it just out of caution. But however, they didn't. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. Hopefully this wasn't the bad choice to do. Let's just hope for the best for people in Dallas, Texas. Now we got 2 more conventions we're going to look at for today, and these are actually conventions that are outside of the United States. So we're going to be seeing how our international friends and furry buddies are handling this situation. The next convention we got is Eurofurence, which is actually located in Berlin, Germany. So we got some of our German furries here. I hope I pronounced Eurofurence right. Is that right? Eurofurence? I'm not sure. And I gotta be honest, guys, even after I did some research and looking at their Twitter post and their Facebook page and looking at their WikiFur page, I couldn't find any information at all on whether or not they're going to take action on canceling the event. Now, this convention typically takes place around mid-August each year, so hopefully there is enough time for eventually this whole situation to die down and basically make it safe for people to go out again and attend conventions. So I think there is some hope that Eurofurence is going to survive this, but they're not fully sure yet, so I guess it makes sense that they haven't released a statement on what they're going to do. The last convention we are going to look at is Ferno Equinox, located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. That's right, guys, we got a nice convention to round it all out with our good old little brother boy upstairs, Canada. They announced that they have instantly canceled the convention until further notice. However, I think it's also important to note that they still will let people who registered to attend the event definitely go on to the convention for next year set in 2021. Or they can either cancel their convention status altogether or still hold on to it until any further notice if they're going to be able to bring the event back for this year if the outbreak can be controlled by then. But definitely a huge amount of applause to Ferno Equinox for having a really responsible and very quick decision on what to do to keep the health and safety of the people good. Just another example of how just Canadians are awesome. Every Canadian I've met has just been a really nice person, really cool too. And just with the fact that Americans and Canadians look like pretty much the exact same people, and yet there's just so much more difference. It's like, Canada, everyone's just chill, in the United States, everyone's crazy and there's just a bunch of crazy stuff going on here. But back in Canada, everyone's just like, yo, what's going on, eh? It's funny. But anyway, love you, Canada. You guys always just awesome. Love you, Canadian viewers. Love you. And that pretty much shows off all of the conventions that I found in terms of their status of handling the situation and what they're going to do in response to the pandemic that we are currently facing in this world. Some conventions are implementing no hugging at conventions and even social distancing measures, which is something very surprising for a furry convention because you would imagine lots of hugs and snuggles and everything with the fursuiters at conventions. So it's just kind of surreal that they're still going to have some conventions go on but have to implement these rules. It is definitely a good thing that most furry conventions are taking the best precautions of making people safe, and I know that it sucks that some people were looking forward to these events, but you guys gotta understand that the health of others is way more important than just being able to have fun at a convention. And with that pretty much wraps up this video for you guys today. How do you guys feel about a bunch of furry conventions either deciding to keep going, they decide to delay events, or just cancel them altogether due to the current situation that we are facing? Do you guys think that they're doing the best option? Do you guys think that they're not doing a good option at all? Do you guys think that they're doing a good option but they should do it even more so? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you enjoy my content and want to further help out my channel, please consider donating to me on Patreon as well as my coffee. Also, please consider smashing that like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribing all together. I've been SeetherCord, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh my god.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like how the person who loses gets little scribbles and the guy who wins gets the little musical notes. You notice that?
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of the people.
Getting faster, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes! I won! Woohoo! Yeah!
That was some intense stuff.
Yeah.
You win. I like that.
Awesome.
Do it again.